BattleBots 2020 is a go with some important changes. We're going to run through what has been said by Mr. Greg Munson on This Week in Robot Combat.
2, 1, activate.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Robot Combat. Thank you once again for joining me. Now, as I said at the top of the video, in the cold open, BattleBots 2020 will be filming this year after all. Confirmed filming date is yet to be confirmed, but they have said that they're going to be filming in October at some point. Obviously, as tickets don't need to go on sale and there's not going to be an audience, people don't really need to know when that is actually happening. What people do need to know, though, are all the things that Mr. Greg Munson has said in his interview on Behind the Bots, which was on Monday, I think? Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, let's go through those things right now. So at the time of recording the interview, 59 teams had potentially been confirmed for the season. We do know now that that may be a potential 63. Travel restrictions are in place for some countries but not others, meaning that Endgame have signed up to compete this year. There are a smattering of Canadian teams, says Greg, and there's possibilities opening up for a handful of UK teams potentially as well, though that's not definite. Greg did, however, confirm that the Death Roll team would not be competing this year. There'll be no audience for the 2020 season, but production are looking at different options for reactors, that is, people reacting to the fights. There's a possibility of the builders in the pits being those reactors, though this is one of many options on the table at the moment. The pits will be spread out socially distant, and welding will have to be sorted in a queue-like fashion, like you're shopping for groceries, for example. There's a COVID guide that is a working document up to and even throughout filming. This is a group of rules mitigating the risk of contracting COVID-19 at filming and what should happen if that happens. There's a third-party independent team from the Department of Health to watch over those rules and aid in controlling PPE, which is personal protective equipment, and they'll be testing for COVID regularly throughout filming. Greg said that it is yet unclear how many hours of programming there will be, in fact, this year. There are discussions to be had with the network there. Filming will take place over about a 1 3/4 week filming block, and we do not yet know if this will knock back the 2021 season being filmed or not. 2021 will be based on how things go from figures and reaction to this year's season, as is the case with every year. Some of the top 4 robots are confirmed. We'll go into who has been publicly confirmed in just a moment. There are ongoing communications with those that aren't, as I said, Death Roll are confirmed to not be coming this year. Fans should expect the show to be different to normal BattleBots. This is more of a domestic season than a World Championship, but this will be a full BattleBots season, Season 5. BattleBots' main goal is for this to be done as safely as possible. And there it is, you can check out the interview for yourself over on the Behind the Bots podcast. So let's talk reconfirmed teams. The first team to be confirmed for this season was Scorpios, and it was done by BattleBots themselves with this awesome video of Scorpios smashing through a TV set. Scorpios then uploaded their own video showing off this moment and showing off their new, very sharp, very dangerous saw blade that looks absolutely smashing and causes all of the sparks. Very nice, looking forward to seeing Scorpios back in the arena very, very soon. BattleBots Facebook supporters got to see the majority of the field announced this week, and one of the first teams to be shown off to the general public was Endgame. The Endgame team then brought out their own video showing off the spin-up of the new machine and teased us with an updated design look in the near future. The Gruff team sort of confirmed their existence in this season with a video titled Ignition. Either this confirms they're in this season, or it confirms they like burning things. Or both. The Kraken team made this very cryptic clue, which I've deciphered to say Kraken is back. I think that's what it says, in which case, Kraken is back. And the Tombstone team were announced to be competing, the first of the top 4 to be confirmed to be in this season. And that is all for the confirmed. Now on the slightly somber note of those who aren't coming. Munson have had to drop out of this season due to travel restrictions. Hack and Slash have also had to drop out. They'll be back hopefully for the 2021 season. The Orbi team have had to drop out due to travel restrictions as well, as have the Ripper team, which is a shame we won't get to see the Brit Flippers just yet. Lastly, Team Cobalt put on Twitter that they would not be able to compete either. Future Jevon interjects, Team Death Roll have now put up a video confirming that they will not be competing this year and that they will be back in 2021. And in other news, this is neither confirming nor denying that Shatter are in this season, but the team have put up a video showing off more of the design process and the choices behind the billet chassis for Shatter for the new version. Whether it will compete this year or not is not yet publicly confirmed. I will ask that anybody who knows anything about who is in and who is not does not put it in the comments of my videos. Thank you very much. Jumping across to the UK, and RoboNerd has been the hot topic of the last couple of weeks. Cy Harrison, event organiser, has put a big thank you to everybody who took part in the event, everybody who tuned in to watch, everybody who was a maker, and the hosts Joe and Craig. Thank you to everybody who supported the content that myself and my friends have made. It means a lot to us that you've enjoyed what we've been putting out. Thank you. You can read this full write-up and plans for the future on the RoboNerd Facebook page. And Gus from OwObotics has been working hard on his new, I want to say, featherweight. It looks like a featherweight, if not, it's a very small middleweight. I think it's a featherweight. Make sure to check out the Facebook page for more information on this robot, because I don't have that information. Turning over to YouTube, and the Big Bot Quiz of August debuted over on the Jimmatic YouTube channel. Be sure to go and check that out. It was a lot of fun to be a part of and to listen back to. Meanwhile, Jimmi Cottam has been working hard on his Beetle. Is it done? It is not. Is it started? It certainly is. Be sure to check that video out for all the information on what he's been up to. And finally, myself and SamElliott64 have started out on a new venture together. The RoboCast Newsweek will go into more detail about each of the news stories you will hear each week in This Week in Robot Combat. It's a lot of fun. There's one episode up over on your favourite podcasting sites for the RoboCast. It is not going to be on YouTube, however, so you do need to make sure you go and seek it out and give it a listen. It's only short, 35 minutes this episode. There won't be one this week because it's Sam's birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. All the very best to you, sir. And that's just about all for this time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Be sure to check out World of Woodrow on Facebook to see all the stories from this week's news and all the others that may come up as well. Also, be sure to check out the RoboCast Newsweek podcast over on your favourite podcasting app for a more in-depth look at the week's news stories. That is all for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.